back to Okay, So Hear Me Out, the People's Podcast. I am your host, Bear. With me, of course, is the illustrious, the main man, ladies and gents. I please present to you, Mr. C.O.
And now, hey.
How it is, man? What it do? What's going on with you?
Feels good to be back in the saddle.
I know, right?
Ready
You know what?
to
You know
ride.
what's bad though? Every time we get together, we always start off with the same thing.
We
It's
do.
good to be back in the saddle.
And then we don't get back in
we
the
don't
saddle
get back on the saddle
forever. Like the horse runs away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them because we some heavy bros.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure the horse like, you know what? I ain't signed up for all this.
I'm headed out west.
Yeah. I'm headed out west,
Yeah.
Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
And try to hang out by myself.
Yes.
Where I ain't got to worry about carrying you two bros every day of the week.
We said we was going to do better last time. We didn't.
I think we said that the time before that, too.
We let the people down.
We let the people down.
So now we got to figure out a way
But
to not let them down. We have
what's
to be
crazy,
more
though,
consistent.
what's crazy, though, right, we do need to be more consistent. But what's crazy, though, is that we're still spreading. Man, we are at 35 countries
Hey.
with listeners now.
Hey.
That's crazy.
It is.
And I appreciate y'all.
We'll take it.
Exactly. Please hit us up check out the YouTube channel and follow us, like and subscribe on there. That would be really, really awesome. Especially though on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Man, hit us up, follow, subscribe, do all the things,
We're everywhere.
Like it.
We're everywhere.
Speaking of like, IG. Okay, so hear me out _podcast on IG and on TikTok. Hit us up, follow us. That'd be really nice. We really appreciate that. I mean, and I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of fell off mainly because of the fact that I felt like we weren't getting a lot of love. But you know what? I got over that now. I'm just like, we're going to do our thing regardless if we get love or not. But it would be really nice if we do get that love. It kind of helps motivate us to stay on it and keep up with you guys and do what it is that y'all actually appreciate that we do. And that's basically just talk from the top of our heads on whatever it is that's on our mind.
Yeah. Let us know what you want to see.
Yeah, let us know what you want to
hear.
Yeah, let us know what you want to hear. I appreciate those who've been sending in letters. We also got a topic for today too, but I appreciate those who keep sending in letters about their own personal strifes and whatever else they really want us to talk about, whether it be their personal things that they're going through or whatever it is they just feel like they want us to talk about in particular. So, keep it up. Keep your head up. Appreciate everything that y'all do for us. And we're going to do everything out there we can for you.
I got to give them something, right? So look,
What's up?
Instagram, how does that work? So are people coming and saying and putting messages there? You're putting stuff there?
Yeah.
Is that kind of how that? So, okay. So by the time we do another one, I'll make sure I'm getting active out there. So I'm going to get out my grandpa stage.
Get out your grandpa stage.
Figure out what that's about. Interact with people. So and make sure that.
I want to bring this up real quick, talk about it real quick. And this is kind of off topic with what we usually do. Man, the Spurs folded, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, they were.
Oh,
I think I heard they had the lead for like 70-something% of the time throughout the games, but only won one game. That's insane.
That's unheard of.
That 29-point blowout that they had going, and they legit. I mean, that was the biggest choke job meltdown that I've ever seen. Boy, I tell you what, I ain't never seen a choke job like that since. Warren Moon and the Oilers lost that 35-3 halftime lead to the Buffalo Bills in the, 1994 AFC title game?
There are no flags on the field. that joint, that's the one, right?
Yeah.
And Frank Reich was the quarterback, so it wasn't even Jim Kelly. I think Frank Reich was in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Might
have been. No. It was Jim Kelly because they played the Cowboys for the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys mollywopped them boys.
I think he was hurt.
52-14.
I think he was hurt though. I think they were like, we're going to beat them. But whoever it was.
No. Jim Kelly played that.
Played that game?
Yeah. He missed out the Super Bowl when they played the New York Giants, I think. Wide right. That field goal that went wide right. That's the reason why they lost.
He played in that comeback game?
Mm-hmm.
I swear he wasn't there. Because I was like, yo, they were thinking they was going to win because he wasn't there. Because he was, I mean, they didn't win the Super Bowls they went to, but he was a problem, man. He was tremendous.
I could be wrong on it, but I
don't know.
Say Jim Kelly played. I know Kelly played that Super Bowl because I remember, I said, Cowboys did business, handled business on them boys.
But that comeback was crazy. But then now you get this one in real time.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, congrats to the New York Knicks, though. They did their thing. I'm a fan of Jalen Brunson. Mm-hmm. I've been a fan of Jay Brunson ever since they were in Villanova. I liked that Villanova squad. I remember when they were playing, I was just like, man, these boys are good. And mind you, that was my first time watching Villanova. I'm not a Villanova person. I don't seek out Villanova, but I watched them during that 2016 tournament, something like that. And I was just like, man, these boys they grinders, man. I love the way they play. I love the way they play. And,
they recruited well too.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Their coach is gone. That coach is gone now, so it's changed a bit.
Yeah, it's changed. But, yeah. He left when this NIL stuff really started kicking off. And he was just like, I can't handle this game like this. But but Jalen, I liked him when he was in Dallas, and when he left Dallas, I was like, dang, man, that's a crazy move. The Mavericks going to let that boy go like that, and they got him, and they had what's that boy's name, Luka Doncic, and I was just like, man, that's going to be an L on their part.
Well,
didn't think it was going to be this big of an L.
Well, I didn't know he was going to be this good. I mean,
I didn't either.
Yeah, I knew. I saw how good he was. I didn't know he was going to be this good.
No. I didn't think he would be a guy that could carry a team. I thought he'd be like a great number two, like a Pippen to Jordan type situation. You know what I mean? Like a great number two. He could stand on his own. Like if the number one is sick for a few games or whatever like that, or out for a few games, but for him to carry the team the way that he did, never would have suspected that. Never would have guessed that.
All that fourth quarter work.
This boy is ridiculous.
And, you watch him, he's not dribbling between people's legs, and he's not, dribbling the air out the ball and all this stuff. He does sometimes, but not like James Harden. Like, he really dribbles a lot. They said Mike Brown, when he was in Golden State, he was like,
oh, man, kudos to Mike Brown.
Too, we'll get to him, too.
Woo!
But, he was in Golden State. He was an assistant for Steve Kerr. And he's like, we game plan for James Harden. He said, he dribbles the ball 1,000 times a game.
Yeah.
No, like they counted. Not like facetiously.
For like
1,000 times he'll dribble the ball.
Oh, wow.
Think about that.
That sounds legit, but at the same time, I thought that would be like, I thought he was like saying that literally.
No,
I mean, figuratively.
No, he was like, no, he dribbles like 1,000 something because that's how he gets his shots off. And I said, we got to do something about that. Jalen Brunson doesn't do that. Mm-hmm. He has the ball a lot, but he, they're running around saying, well, little guys can't win. And, and he's not fast enough, and he's not tall enough.
And he's not strong enough.
He's not strong enough, which is crazy. He's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, for pound for pound, but it's like you got to be big and strong in their eyes. You got to be 6'8" doing that stuff. And he was like, and the thing I like about him is his face always says, nah. I mean, that's how he looks.
Yes.
Like, bad call.
I mean, dude, if we're playing poker, I want him on my squad. You know what I mean? I am not sitting at the table with him. If I go to a poker table and I see him at the table, I'm like, nah, I got next hand.
That's tough.
I got next hand.
That's tough.
Because dude got a poker face. Like you said, he doesn't show his emotion. Bad call, good call, whatever. It's great play by himself or one of his teammates. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's like you said, he's stone faced. And one of the things I really appreciated about him after that game was the first thing he did. He went up to the Spurs coaching staff and shook hands with them before he went and celebrated with his teammates. Everybody else on the court screaming and hollering. Spurs didn't look good. They just walked off the court. They looked like the 88 and 89 Bulls, man. I was just like, okay, nah.
Well, the Pistons, because the Bulls.
Pistons.
Yeah, because the Bulls.
Pistons. That's what I meant.
And they were like, no.
Yeah, Pistons just kept on walking. Yeah.
That's the same thing I want to talk about, too, in this. I mean, we're talking about Mike Brown, too, but I want to talk about, I got a question for you on that. So we'll get to that. I know we limited on time.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, he did that. Mm-hmm. And that was interesting to see. I mean, that guy's not like 50 years old or anything. So it's interesting to see that's happening. And he's like, well, I need to do this. So he's showing respect. It's something going on in his mind where he's like, no, I need to go check in with my guy over here.
Yeah.
We just beat them, but I need to check in with him. That was interesting because his teammates and the rest of them fans, it was so many New York fans in San Antonio. That was nuts.
Dude, it was MSG too.
Yeah, well,
it was junior
it really was. And they'll tell you, and what's really crazy is they're like, it's cheaper to come here than it is to watch it.
It was cheaper to fly out there.
Get a hotel, eat food.
Get a hotel, eat food, buy
churros on the Riverwalk. And we still cheaper.
And it's still cheaper than actually being at home and watching the game at MSG in New York.
I heard they had like 6-figure tickets.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's gotta be a lot.
Dude, entry with some of the tickets, some entry costs were like $30,000.
And I mean, you way up there.
Yeah. That's in the nosebleeds. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. $30K in the nosebleeds, man.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Like, if you bring a family of 4,
you gotta be a millionaire.
You got a jillionaire. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. And then you don't get to see that well because you're way up there. I mean, but anyway.
Speaking of, and I know we keep going on. Did you hear what Spike Lee had been paying all these years for side court tickets? All these years has accumulated to about $10 million.
Wow. I don't know what you were going. I didn't know what you were going to say. I didn't know it was that. Wow. And that's with the older prices that were.
Yeah, that's been all these years that he's been going.
Step it up.
Just been yes. Yeah. I'm like, man, you've got to be kidding me. Anyway, what do you want to say about Mike Brown?
Mike Brown. So I don't want to hear anything else about Mike Brown.
Shut it up.
Not being a good coach.
Shut it up.
I think most of the thing with him quickly is he's a nice guy, kind of got a goofy edge to it, but he's a solid guy. He's paid dues. He takes jobs that aren't great. He takes jobs that look like they might be promising, but I'm looking at him versus San Antonio.
He take L's and he don't like go out and shoot a shot at everybody else. I can't believe they fired me.
He eats that.
Yeah, he'll eat it.
And he moves on.
Yep.
And he's had head coaching jobs, then assistant jobs and all this stuff. He eats that and he moves on. Nobody was talking about him, including me, that they're going to go and get a championship. Now, by the time they done blazed through people, I did say Knicks in 7. And I got beat up for that. They were like, man, San Antonio's going to win that because San Antonio is 62-win team. They're going to win.
I had Knicks in 5. If the Knicks win, they were going to win it in 5. If the Spurs win, they were going to win it in 7. That was my thing. I did not expect it to come like this, though.
I didn't either. No. Man, I like how they did that. Like, you have to reach, it's like Gladiator. You reach down there and grab that sand. Yeah. And then you pick up that sword, you twirl it, and you go down there and you fight for your life. But I like how they did it. But I don't want to hear anything about Mike Brown being subservient and lower because this is a legitimate ring he got.
Yep.
Because they could have lost multiple times. And San Antonio, to me, I know what the outcome is. And they still look like a better team. Like I look at their personnel versus New York. New York matches up well. I was like, but man, if y'all just play not mistake-free, but consistent basketball, you'll be all right. And they would play 2 to 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, Jalen Brunson's 10 or 11 points each fourth quarter or more on average, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stop him. But they couldn't. They couldn't because he was like, you can't. No. You could tell how he was playing. It's like, it's not happening. So, look, shout out to Mike Brown. When they were losing that 29-point, I saw him put a fast lineup in it, and I watched him. They didn't walk the ball up. So he's telling him.
Alvarez?
Yeah, he took it and put Alvarez. Now, that dude.
Man, come on.
If basketball don't work out, he could try track. He's fast. and they played fast, and he's accepted his role. And next thing you know, here they are.
Here they are.
I left and went and got some food. I was hungry, man. And my nephew hit me. He was like, hey, this comeback is crazy. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
What comeback?
I'm thinking he's watching some, major. I'm thinking he's watching the Braves because he's in that area. And I'm like, okay.
I got you.
Nah, he was like, nope, you need to turn it on. I'm at the gas station. I'm trying to hurry up. So I missed that. I had to go back and watch it later, but that was incredible when I saw it. Man.
Unbelievable.
But that's Mike Brown. Leave Mike Brown alone.
Yeah.
Leave Mike Brown alone.
Mike Brown, you think about it. Even when he was an assistant coach, he won championships. Assistant coach with the Spurs, he won a championship. Assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors, he won 3 rings with the Warriors under Steve Kerr. And I think he won 1 or 2 with Pop. And he was coach of the year when he was in Cleveland. And they got rid of him like the following season just because they had a bad rocky start or whatever like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing with Sacramento. Coach of the year in Sacramento. The following season, they let him go. Why?
And that was not a well put together team. That was not a well put together team, but he made them a good team. But he has some players. But it's just so crazy. Like you said, he always got disrespect. He always was looked at as, oh my goodness, you're just a joke. But who joking now? Dude got the first ring
in New York for the Knicks.
Since 72?
73.
73.
It's been 53 years. 53 years. For over half a century. Got the first one over in New York. And Pat Riley couldn't do it. And you know what Hall of Famer he was. And they had, oh man, I felt so happy for Patrick Ewing too. Patrick,
he was living vicariously.
Yeah.
And I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm with him. I'm with him.
He because he just happened to have a birthday where you play on Jordan's watch. And it was just tough to get a championship at that time. The other thing I was going to ask, well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The other thing I was going to ask you is this. What do you think about that? You kind of brought it up, the handshake thing. So the guys lose, they leave. So, so it's two things. People say, hey, you play, you shake, period. So there's that school thought. Then there's people that are saying, why do I shake your hand after the game? Why do we have to do that? And there's that school thought too. And that conversation is coming up as well. So where are you at on that?
I understand the debate. I understand both sides of it. Personally, myself, if you lose, you lose. Mm-hmm. It's sportsmanship. It's a game. Mm-hmm. You're coming back the next year. You're coming back the next day, the next week, the next month. Get out there, shake hands, call it a day. Congratulate the guys for winning. You don't want to be seen with sour grapes in your mouth. You don't want to have that perception of you're a sore loser. Yes, competition is there. Fully get it. Fully understand the competition part of it. And knowing that being mad at not only just the situation, but being mad at yourself because man, we should have played better. We should have won these games. I can't believe we let them win this championship at our house on our court. I can't believe we couldn't win a single game at home. Mm-hmm. We lost all 3 games at home. I can't believe we let that happen. I understand the frustration. I understand being pissed off about that. That being said, bro, do better.
Shake that man's hand.
Shake that man's hand. All you got to do is turn around. You can give him a wet fish handshake if you want to. You can give him a quick little slap dab and call it a day and walk away. You ain't even got to look him in the eye. Get it. Totally get it. Because that's more acceptable than just walking off and not saying anything. Mm-hmm. That's more acceptable. We get it, man. You're frustrated. You're pissed off. You're mad. Not like I said, not only at the situation, you're mad at yourself because you should have played better. These boys can't hold a candle to you.
You lost 3 home games.
3 home games.
2 in a row.
Oh my goodness. And in all 3 games, all 5 games,
winnable.
You had at least a 10 to 15. You had at least a 15-point lead in the late in the third or in the fourth quarters, and you still blew all but one of those games. All but one of those games. You had that lead in all 4 games that you lost, especially that 29-pointer was ridiculous. But get back to what you're saying. Shake hands, show sportsmanship, do better. You're better than that. Show that you're better than that.
All right. So I'm gonna get partial credit on this. You get a full answer. I'm not gonna make a good grade on the test here. I think it's gotta be one side or the other. So either the rule, however you want to call it, unwritten or not, everybody shakes, mm-hmm. or nobody does.
Yeah.
I remember being young, like 8 or 9, and we would lose in soccer. And they do the good game. You put your hand out and you just do this slap.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times if you did handshakes, there's going to be some kid. So they say you put your arm extended and you just slap through just like that.
Yep.
And we got free Dr. Pepper after that. So it's supposed to make you feel okay. I think the free Dr. Pepper was for the winners. But I was a pretty big kid, so nobody ever said anything to me. But but I can remember putting my hand out and slapping these dudes' hands when they beat us.
Right.
And I can remember thinking, I don't want to do this at that age.
Right.
So either I was being a sore loser, or I was just like, I want to compete and go home.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
There is a difference.
Most of the time, people are sore losers. And I know I have been on occasion, because you get mad enough, you just a sore loser at some point. Because you see all those opportunities in your mental highlights. So I think it's got to be one or the other. I think you either have to have it where it's like we're not shaking hands, everybody just leave. And you got to be like where, okay, everybody does that. It is a part of it. It's an entrenched in. And if I had my way, you wouldn't shake it off.
Yeah.
Now, I listened to what Michael Jordan said on The Last Dance. A lot of that stuff was pretty self-promotional. It was hard to digest, but I liked what he said about that. When they were beating us, I shook them dudes' hands. Every year they beat us.
Yep.
Detroit. Yep. And when we beat them, I was ready to shake their hands again too, and they weren't ready to do that. And I like that because he's like consistently, when you're killing me, I'm people consider me the best ball player, and they're like, oh, but you can't get past Boston, you can't get past Detroit. Yep. He shook their hands anyway. To me, that says something.
Yeah.
Some people say, well, no, I'm trying to beat you, so I don't want to shake your hand. I'm like, nah, but if you gonna shake, and I've seen the San Antonio Spurs win these games, ready to shake hands. Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna do it counts in the regular season too. If you're going to do that,
if you're going to shake hands when you win, you need to be able to
do that when you lose, because the cats you shook hands with when you beat them did that. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying you got to be on one side or the other, and that's where I roll with it on that. I don't know if I'm right. I'm saying that's where I'm at with it. If they would come out and say, okay, like AAU basketball, it's like no more shaking hands. When the game's over, y'all just go. I'm with it, but it needs to be consistent.
And I'm gonna make this point, and I'm gonna shut it out. I'm gonna shut myself down. But especially when we're talking about, this is the generation that they're all friends.
Right.
All these cats are friends. All these ballers are friends.
Yep.
They didn't grow up in the 90s and before where it was cutthroat.
Yeah.
It was cut. Case in point, Jordan and Patrick Ewing.
Sure.
Great friends.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan and Charles Barkley. Great friends.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were on the court,
not so much.
They were trying to knock each other head off.
Not so much.
Not so much. Man, I remember seeing highlights of or just clips of Jordan dunking on Patrick Ewing.
Ooh.
Oh, and they were ready.
Hey.
Chest got swole.
Yeah.
Chest got swole. They were ready to buck up.
Teammates coming over.
Yeah. It was about to be a thing.
Yeah.
It was going to be a thing. Don't matter how close of friends y'all were.
Don't matter.
Because it didn't matter. Once y'all laced them up, once you on the court, it's a whole nother animal. It's a whole nother world. I don't know who you are. I can't stand you. One of my favorite conversations when it came to that was Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol in the Olympics. I think it was the 2008 Olympics.
That boy came with that.
At the beginning of the game, at the very beginning of the game, first possession.
Jump ball. Let's go.
First possession.
Yeah. Yeah,
man,
yeah,
and I remember watching that Netflix documentary of that. I remember who was it? LeBron and D Wade were like, "Oh shoot, he really did hit him." Yeah. It was like, "What you talking about, man? That's your teammate, man." And Kobe was like, "Oh, I'm about to knock him. I'm about to get him. I'm about to send a message."
I don't think they believed it.
No, they didn't believe him. They didn't believe. You can tell by their reaction.
Like, all right, bro.
You can tell by their reaction that they didn't believe him. But when he hit him, everybody was like,
"Oh, okay.
Oh, so we playing like that." Yeah. And that's exactly what Kobe was trying to convey to these boys. He said, "This isn't AAU. This isn't pickup. This is for the gold. I want that gold. I don't care who. I don't care
everybody.
If we're great friends."
Yep.
Because Kobe and Powell were great friends.
Yep.
I don't care if we're great friends. I don't care if we're teammates.
Nope.
I don't care if you're like the godfather of one of my daughters. I'm knocking your head off. I'm letting you know I'm coming for blood.
I bet that ref was really confused. Like, what do we do here? Push on number. I guess you call that a push.
It's like, do I red card?
Forearm joint. It's like, man, do I call the police? What you doing? But he let him know. He's like, man, I want to win. And yes, it's like that.
Yeah.
You don't really have that social media. These guys, they know each other. And even if they don't play against each other all the time, when they're young, like a kid will be from Georgia and a kid will be from California. And they're like, man, I've been knowing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, I play him twice a year. But then after that, we send the messages back and forth. So they're connected.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be connected 20 years. And they'll be like 28 years old. Like, I've been knowing him forever because of social media. But they didn't have that back then. And I don't think they wanted that back then. I don't think Patrick Ewing wanted social media connection to Jordan or Magic or anybody else. And
they wanted to
Isaiah
smoke whenever they got
Thomas
on the court.
I remember Magic did one time. He came with the elbow smash and hit Isaiah with that. And it's like, yo, what you doing? He's like, I had to hit him. I want to win.
Yeah.
So it's...
And they were the anomaly.
Heights.
They were the anomaly back then. They were actually really good friends, you know.
But when they played,
it was a whole nother.
And shout out to Isaiah Thomas. Some of the things he says, I can't roll with, and I'm fine. You know, you disagree. But boy, on that court, whole business. And so these guys these new dudes come in and they're like, yeah, this guy's better. I'm like, man, y'all not gonna downgrade Isaiah Thomas. I saw him play.
Yeah.
So you got to be that good.
Yeah.
And he's, and he plays Chicago style ball. I don't know if you ever played anybody from Chicago.
Nah.
It's different. I played a few dudes, and it's different. Like, you play these New York guys. First time I played guys in New York, they were from the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I had never, it's different. And he's different. But anyway, yeah, man. I was wondering what you thought about that, dude. I was like, man, I'm going to see what he thinks. Because I had my opinion, but people are talking about that on sports shows. It's a big deal. Or they're making it a big deal. So
let that man live.
Let him live, man. Let him rock, man.
Let it ride. Let it ride. And another thing too, he young.
He young, man.
He young. Let him make it.
And we've seen a lot worse.
The whole team young.
Yeah, and
the whole team young. So let them make it. They learn from this. This will be an experience for them. I bet you they'll never walk off the court without shaking hands ever again on a loss. I'm pretty sure they won't. But like I said, let's just let them make it.
And on a bad play, series wise, remember, this Knicks team didn't just come together this year. They've been knocking at the door and getting pushed back.
Yeah.
And they've been knocking at the door and been getting pushed back.
Yeah, the core of this team has been together for about 2-3 seasons.
At least 3.
Yeah.
You got the Villanova boys and everything else. But the set that they have, they've been together for a while, and they've knocked at the door and been beat back.
Yeah.
OKC won last year. They've been knocking at the door and didn't get there.
Yeah.
So it kind of is a rite of passage.
Yeah, Cat been with the Cat been with the Knicks for like 3 seasons now.
Yeah,
I want to say,
and they were expected to come out and kill because he was a killer in Minnesota, high volume kind of stats guy. Yeah, and he gets over there and it's like, all right, we're ready. And now we got Brunson on a discount. By the way, he did not get all the salary he could have.
I think it was like $100 million.
Yeah,
just to keep everybody else.
I'm like, man,
that is again.
You really want to win
again? I got much respect for that dude.
Look.
Much respect for that.
He walked into that and then look. So now I hope he's feeling great about that investment. Air quote.
Yep. Basically.
There you go.
All right. So we got another listener message, man.
Yeah. It's my favorite part.
I'm telling you, man, I love it.
Thank y'all for trusting us, man. Let's
No, for real though.
Yeah.
For real though. Appreciate that. Appreciate that that transparency, you guys. So most of the time try to make friends, but it doesn't work that well. And don't know what to do now. What are your thoughts?
They say how old they were?
Nah.
Nope.
That's all it was. Don't know what to do now. Having troubles making friends.
Man.
My thing is, I'm a very friendly and easy to get along with person. And that's not even my take on it. This is from what other people have said before. You're very interpersonable. A very personable.
You just made up a word. No, that's probably a word.
Very personable individual.
That's a SAT word, though.
Interpersonal.
Educate the people.
Was that?
You know what I'm saying?
Create my own words.
But anyway, I'm a stenographer, bro. 2026. Make it happen, man.
So I'm a very personable individual from what I've been told by other people before. And they say that, and I'm saying that mainly because of the fact that I can get out and make friends just pretty easily. My son's the exact same way. That kid has never met a stranger. But I'm in the camp with making friends on a natural level, as far as like, look, if we have something in common, if we're talking about something and it kicks a long-term conversation, then okay, fine. Then I have somebody who I can call an associate. And that's the thing too. I don't drop the friend word on everybody. Not everybody's a friend, It's like, if we have good conversation, then, we've had a good couple of conversations. That doesn't make you a friend. But we had a good conversation. We can talk. We can enjoy each other's company. Then it gets to a point where we get to really personal. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. We get to a very personal conversation.
Boy, I work too hard, man.
This is right after a long, hard shift, man. This has been a crazy shift today. I told
you needed to reschedule, man.
No, we're going to do this. We're going to do this.
We're going to power through?
We're going to power through. I'm just going to have to pull my old podcast. Just bear with me.
That means it's all up here.
Just bear with me.
Trying to get it down.
All right.
Yeah.
But then we can get into personal conversation. And once we get to personal conversation, like say, for instance, my best friend, Tom, we worked together and we got along at work fine. He's a good coworker. That's how I labeled him at that time. Then every now and then during work, there will be conversations where we're laughing and joking around or whatever, and it's just like, okay, the coworker thing is moving up to a really good associate / friend, and then it gets to a real personal situation where he was going through something at that time, and it kind of hit him at work. It was just me and him just hanging out in the office one day, and it hit him at work, and he kind of broke down or whatever. So I was like, oh wow, he's really sharing personal, and so I had to respect that. So I respected the personal transparency that he was giving me right at that point. We talked more through it, laughed a little bit about it, started hanging out at each other's apartments after that. Hung out at like bar, restaurant or whatever, and just hung out after work. That's when we became friends, and the closer we got was more like, okay, so how well do I know you? If I met your family, do I know your friend? Do I know your family? Do I know your other friends? Do I know your middle name? Middle name basis to me is a lot.
That's next level.
That's next level to me. So it got to a point that we were just like, it got to a point that it just got so close that we just out of nowhere, we also bonded on my favorite show of all time, Scrubs. He introduced Scrubs to me, and that was it. He was JD, I was Turk, and
that did it.
And that did it. It was legit guy love after that, and he ended up being the best man at my wedding. So he like I said, it was a situation where it grew from one point to another, but nothing was forced. Each level just came naturally. Just a really good dude. And we just got along really well, really easily. And my advice only advice I can say is, yes, and I know sometimes it can be hard to try to make friends, especially if you're new to an area, or like me, you've lost a lot of connections that you had with people, and you realize some people weren't friends like you thought that they were, weren't the friends you thought they were. So now you're having to build up new friendships. And especially if you're somebody like me who I don't really go out. So, I mean, most I do as far as going out is occasionally having to go into the office. But even if I do, there's really hardly anybody there because the majority of the entirety of our center is work from home. So, and then other than that, you might see me at H-E-B or Aldi or a gas station. And that's just about it. So that's where that's about the best that you're going to get with me. And I was just thinking about that recently. I need to go out and do other things more just so I can make myself more accessible to people, even though that's kind of gives me nightmares just even thinking about that because I'm an introvert through and through. But yeah, I would only say as far as like trying to find friends, don't try to force it. Whatever happens, let it come naturally. When you try to force friendships, that's when you might have some bond there for a little bit, but then eventually you'll find out that it really wasn't a friendship at all because next thing you know, you haven't been talking to each other for years. You'd be like, oh yeah, whatever happened to so-and-so? Huh. What was their name again? You might remember their first name, but you can't remember the last name to save your life. And I was like, if you can't remember somebody's last name, then you definitely were never friends. Anyway, that's my little 2 cents on it.
My take is it's a little bit different than that. I would say that's a legitimate problem or a legitimate issue. Let me back up. It's you have a right to feel how you feel. I think I said that on the last one we talked about. You have a right to feel how you want to feel.
Yeah, it's a valid situation.
That's valid. That's valid. That's the word I'm looking for. And so, I would say you press for those friendships. Like everything else you do in life, you're told press for that so you can go and get that. And if so, you tell them to press for the friendship instead of not force, but
okay.
Yeah, but I would say it's a little bit different than. Because, people might hear press and say, well, that's forcing. No, I don't want you to force because then you will you could very likely get into some relationships that cause damage.
Right.
Might keep you from, man, next time I open up looking for a friend, that might happen again.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to derail that, but you do press forward. I think you walk out and do something that people wouldn't encourage and is not popular, particularly here in the U.S. And I think you should do that. I think you should press for that in the days to come, figure it out. And how you would do that if it were me is figure out what it is you like. Mm-hmm. If you like Scrubs, and that's your show, there's probably a village of people out there that love that show. I mean, like that show has closed off, and so now it's just a rewatch. And everybody has these shows, well, most people do, where you like, man, you put that on, and that show is 20 years old.
Actually, it's revived.
Oh, it's coming back?
Yeah, they just revived it just a few months ago. And I
did not know
that. Yeah. Oh, and it was so good. 9 episodes, 9 quick little episodes for a revival season. And
they're going again?
They're doing it again. They're doing another season starting, I think it's supposed to come out this coming fall, like September, October.
I haven't seen them all. I've seen them here and there. But that unit
as
that
you
they
can
put
see,
together,
I have the entire DVD collection.
Yeah, you got them. And then you got it in front of everybody. It's almost like a hierarchy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The rest of you guys could tremble in our presence, but here it is. Scrubs. I would say, find it. Like for me, like I like.
Except for season 9, we don't speak about season 9. Season 9.
There's a story behind that?
There's no season 9. We don't talk about season 9.
But there is.
Nope.
But there is.
Season 9 does not exist.
Huh. You're sure about that? That's just the way it is.
Change the subject.
All right, man. I have to move on. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Read the room. Just go find your villages. If it's Scrubs, don't mention season 9.
Yeah.
But do that. But no, I think that's one of the things you do.
Yeah.
Even if you're one to not say, okay, I don't like to hang out. And this makes it tough because I don't know how old or young this person is. They could be a preteen and they can't get up and go places.
Right.
Like you could if you were maybe 30 years old. Like, all right, well, I'm in this town. I'm going to go to this. But find people who like the stuff that you like. And if you like, or if you're like, I would always want to try this, go try that and just be open to walking up to, you could walk up to people. Most people are engaging to the point they'll talk back to you. And that's kind of how some of these things happen. And then if you got friends and you're like, I want to expand, they have friends. And so in that circle, there's some expansion that you can get to. I would say press the issue.
Yeah, like I know I get where you're coming from. Like for instance, what's really popular now are like fun runs and pickleball clubs and things like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get where you're coming from on that.
People on social media all the time I see, and I'm not even looking for this, and they say, hey, I do this specific sort of knitting, and I need more people to be around. That's their thing. And then you got people say, hey, we ride bikes, and we do this. And I get, I'm in these coaching groups because I used to coach. So I get it all the time. Hey, man, I got this gym. I'm paying for it. I need like 11 other people or 14 other people. And like, just find your village with that. Don't worry about the other things. If people are telling you like, well, maybe you're just not looking in the right places, just very consistently put yourself in a place where maybe
when you're saying pressing, you're more like saying just make yourself available, put yourself out there.
Some kind of way. Yeah. It will likely require leaving the house where you didn't, or maybe you are going to places. You like, here are the places where I want to meet people. Now that's tougher because you're like, man, I should be in the crew here and it's not working out. And that happens a lot when you're school age. Yeah. A lot. And So I'm not saying if you're trying and it is not working, I'm just saying make a pivot. I'm saying your village might not be where you're looking. Right. And just look around. I would say let me think, a good portion, I'd say my lifetime, I had some success with being able to hang around people. Yeah. And having some friends and they're good friends. And if you start making them, there are going to be some that they don't work out. So just get ready for that and understand that you're going to file that away as part of your life and say, well, I really thought that person was going to be great. I've known them for 1,000,000 years or I knew them for 3 months.
Reason, season, lifetime.
Say again?
Reason, season, lifetime.
Yes. Yep.
I know you've heard that before. Yep. Some people come in your life for a reason. Yep. Some people come to your life for a season, and some people come into your life for a lifetime. So I
have friends right now, or I had friends, and right now sitting here, I'm like, I don't know why that friendship didn't work out. Yeah. And I don't blame them.
Or yourself.
Not myself. Like, it's just like, all the stuff we used to do is like, we don't want to do that stuff anymore.
People just grow distant sometimes.
And it's like, And it's not a good feeling. It's not like it's something never been addressed, and it's there. That happens.
Yeah.
And I try to meet people where they are, and but it just didn't work out. So I will say to the person that's there, look, you're worth it, man, or ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're worth it. You're on track. Way to go, saying it out loud. Now you're ready.
Yeah.
Now you're ready.
Yeah.
And so now just go and say, okay, look, I like to make pottery. Find a class, get a Groupon. Do they still have Groupon? I'm aging myself. Get a coupon, go somewhere and do the things that you like to do. Make sure you're engaging in that. And that circle, that village is going to be, it's like going to college. Maybe you're in college. If you're in college, you're in a great place.
Yeah. I mean, for real.
Because your village is there. I mean, it is the best place.
I mean, there has to be message boards somewhere that can let you know, hey, we got this thing, this club, this activity going on campus. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. If you're in college, you are in the sweet spot for doing something like that. And again, it's not even the point that you were like, okay, there's this. I'm just going to use pickleball. There's this pickleball club at University of Houston. If this is where you're going, I'm sure. I don't know. But let's just say you're going to University of Houston. They have this, this board that just says, message board that says, hey, pickleball tournament, pickleball club, hey, join and blah, blah, blah. Just go there and play. You don't have to go there and try to be like, okay, now I'm here. I'm just going to find somebody and just reach my hand out to shake. No, just go there and play. Let it naturally build.
And it will.
It will definitely build. Like something might happen, like somebody like, hey man, I like your, or ma'am, or baby girl, I like your play. I like the way you're playing. Can you help me with this? Or can I show you something or something like that? Or man, that's a nice racket. Or, where did you get it from? Or your shoes are great. Let me see. Man,
that's how it happens.
That's how it happens. It's just something like that. Or afterwards, hey, some of us are going to meet up at the pizza joint and get some pizza at Star. You want to meet up with us? And they were like, and next thing you know, that's it. That's your end.
You'll say no, and they'll be like, "No, you coming?"
Yeah,
it'll be that,
and that's the thing.
And that's what happens.
The invite,
and now you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Well, I don't normally do that. Well, we're not looking for.
But we're not looking for normally. We're trying about breaking trends.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. We're trying to break trends because you're having troubles trying to find friends,
which is fine.
Clearly. What you've been doing before has not worked. It's time to change that perspective. It's time to change your way of doing things. So again, make yourself available at places or with events that's something that you actually like doing.
Yep.
Don't go to a hiking event if you don't like the hike.
Yeah, don't go there.
Okay, don't do that.
Because they serious, man.
They're serious about that.
They're serious
about that. So don't go to the pickleball club if you don't like playing pickleball.
Nope.
Don't do stuff that's outdoors if you don't like being outdoors.
Yep.
If you prefer being indoors, you're going to find your people. There are people out there who love being indoors too.
Yep.
So find something that you like to do. See if there's like some kind of club out there for you to do it. And you know what? I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too.
All this stuff is relevant.
I'm talking to myself too because, like I say, I need to put myself back out there a little bit more, because I'm just not that guy. I'm kind of introverted, but I do need to make myself a little bit more available, put myself out there a heck of a lot more. But yeah, just find something that you like, get into, see if there's something that you can get into like that. And when the invite comes to you after you've been there for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and all of a sudden somebody from the group or some people from the group are like, hey, we're going to go do this. You want to join? Accept the invite.
Yep.
Accept the invite. Now, unless they're like, hey, we're going to go ahead and patch some windows at this apartment complex.
Decline that. We here at the podcast are not endorsing that. Decline that joint, man. Look, we do everything doesn't go.
We do not condone or give any type of credence towards anybody who wants to, commit crimes of any kind whatsoever, or vandalism.
No.
Decline that.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want you to go that far. That's.
But if they're like, hey man, we're going to go get some pizza, or we're going to go meet up at this place, or whatever, what have you, and it's something that you would usually do, or something that's normal.
And stay in control.
Jump on it.
Stay in control. They're going to be there for 5 hours, and you can't. Maybe you have anxiety, which is fine. Maybe you are an introvert, which is fine.
Just go out for a little bit.
But time it. You are in control.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this 45 minutes. I feel great about that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go. Or you get there, and if you feel great after 45, stick it out.
Stick it out.
Because you look up and you're like, man, I've been here 4 hours. I was gonna stay here 30 minutes. Like, give it a try.
Give it.
Last thing I'll say.
They love it.
Last thing I'll say is understand you're worthy of having people in your life. And if you want that social feel, you're worthy of that. So if people are saying to you, well, you're not friendly enough. If you're not, you can be introverted. Be friendly when you're engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm introverted, so I'm just this, which is probably leading into a topic we're going to get to, but I'm just this way. But like, make sure if there are some things you can work on, meet these people halfway.
Yeah.
I mean, but generally put yourself in that space. And you'll be fine. So if you got people telling you, man, you're not making friends because you're this, you're that, if they're your family members, God forbid if they're your parents, even if they're saying that, listen to us. You're definitely worth having companionship, fellowship, whatever it is you're looking for, man. I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. Hope you hear this and hoping this helps you out moving forward. So even if it's not you who's sending it in, maybe
everybody's
it's somebody else.
With something. Yeah. Exactly. It's all love, man.
Maybe it's somebody else.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I'm speaking out loud to everybody else, but at the same time, I'm having to write notes on my own words on this one.
It's like this imaginary mirror.
I got to practice what I preach.
Yeah. All of us do.
You know what? There's some things people say that give me the ick.
Oh, man.
One of the things, that's just who I am.
I don't think I'm going to be too inspirational on this one. I was feeling inspirational on the other thing.
That's just who I am.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, and for some things, yes, that's just who you are. That's fine. I'm a guy who likes watching Scrubs. That's just who I am because I like comedy, but I like the emotion that's in it too. So, I mean, I like certain things in regards to my TV. So that's just who I am. I watch anime. That's just who I am. I listen to every genre of music if the music sounds good. That's just who I am. I am not the individual that if I say something to you that's hurtful, or if I do something to you that's disrespectful, if that's what I did and you call me out on it, then I'm not going to just say that's just who I am. That's when I get a chance to say, okay, I didn't mean that. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. I didn't understand that.
That's true.
And I'm going to change that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. You can't just say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to change and not change. You got to put in the effort to change. You can't just say, well, that's just who I am and not take, because when you say that's just who I am, that's not taking accountability of who you are. That's being stubborn and stating that I'm not going to take accountability for what I did to you in regards to that. So if you're not trying to be going back to making friends, if this person is not going to be what you need in a friend, and I'm not saying just give you yes man mentality and energy and all like that. Just accommodate you for whatever you do, whatever you say, just to keep the peace. Trust me, that is not a move. That is not a move. If somebody does something to you that's disrespectful, says something to you that is disrespectful, call them out on it and hold them accountable. Let them know, look, you need to change that. You can't maintain that energy. You can't keep being that person. You need to be you need to do better. Mm-hmm. And if you see that they're making efforts to try to do better, congratulations. Help them out. Help them out. Call them out on it. Tell them, hey, man, I see you've been doing better on that. That's great. They need that encouragement. That's a helpful thing. But if they continue to do the same thing over and over again, and they keep apologizing over and over again, and then they get to a point where they say, hey, man, that's just who I am, ha, 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 or whatever like that, then guess what? That's one less friend that you have, because that person was never a friend in the first place. So when you cut them off, and trust me, I'm a cut off genius when it comes to I will
cut a PhD in it?
Boy.
What?
Man, I got a couple of swords. And I will cut you off.
Come on, Wu-Tang with the swords.
Man, come on, Wu-Tang.
Excalibur.
I mean, I'm telling you, I will slice you out my life and not think another thing of it, because you're not here for me. And I'm not saying it's all about me, but if you're disrupting my peace in any kind of way, I'm not dealing with you. Don't care who you are. And I know I've mentioned this before. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how long I've known you. It doesn't matter how short of a time period we've known each other. No matter how deep we were at one point. It doesn't matter if we're blood related. It does not matter. If you are disrupting my peace in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm not going to deal with you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to wish you nothing but the best. The door is closed, but it is unlocked. But if you come back and you show me that you're making progress, that you're changing, that you're trying to better yourself, you got it. I got you. But when you just stand on that, that's just who I am. I mean, be proud of that if that's who you want to be. If that's what you want to be, that's what you want to be. But do not expect me to be supportive of that.
No,
I'm not going to be a support.
No.
In fact, I'm going to be out of your life for the remainder of it.
And that probably works out best for both of us.
Yeah, it really does.
But say the phrase again. I want to make sure I get the phrase right.
That's just who I am.
That's just who I am. Right. So I think more of us should be looking for pivots and iterations and changes.
Yeah.
You should be looking at that. Keep your core thing, but really, really expand on what your possibilities in life can be. In other words, professionally, think about some things you can be and what you can do. And then, spiritually do that. Civically, you should be expanding. When you say that phrase that way, it pulls you backwards. You should, on December 31st, you should stand up one year and just be like, I'm about to make wholesale changes in my life. When you say that, people around are like, ooh, they're going to sit because they are thinking there's something juicy coming out.
Don't wait till December 31st just because you said that. Mm-hmm. Continue.
Yeah. Now,
if when it hits you,
do it.
Do it then. Do it then.
Like March 21st.
Yeah, March 21st.
Right.
June 15th.
August.
Whatever.
The 11th. I mean, like whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
What people often do is they say, well, it's the end of the year, so it's time to make this change.
Right,
and it's weird because time will make you.
From.
Yeah, but the important thing is what you said, like when it hits, make that move and make some mistakes along the way, trying to change into whatever it is you need to be. Everybody.
That changes are going to come overnight.
Right. But you can't, I remember when Paula Deen got into some real trouble, Paula Deen, the cook, when
she dropped that N word.
Yeah. And other things she had, Black folks working for her, and she was saying things, and these people had enough of it, and they started reporting it, and it got her and her sons into some hot water. Mm-hmm. And there was some uncomfortable stuff, and she was, going on, the media tour, and saying, look, I'm trying to figure this thing out. And she went on, I think it was to the Today Show, and got to crying and doing everything else. And I said, wow. And at the end, she said, I is what I is, and I'm not changing. But before that, she said, people got to be able to forgive. They got to do this. And they say, you use the N-word? I said, yeah, I know. Of course I've used it. Well, that was interesting to say, of course I've used it. And she said,
was like, that was a product of the time.
Yeah. But see, but the equivalent would, it's the zeitgeist. It's the spirit of the age. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But the equivalent shot back at you at that same time wouldn't have been acceptable. That's the same thing they say about the founding fathers. It's like, well, that was what it was at the time. I was like, so if some people own their sons and daughters, would they have said that that's just the spirit of the time? No. Mm-hmm. There was a specific targeting at that time. Yep. And when she did what she was alleged to do, if she did that, and it seems like that she did, then there's something wrong with that. But she was feeling attacked and hurt, and I want these people to leave me alone, and I want to be heard. And when she got to the end of that interview, she was so sick of talking about it. She said, well, look, basically, I'm not going to change. And I'm like, you do need to change, though. That is not a matter of opinion. If you did those wrong things, you should change.
Yeah.
And it's not that you're doing something wrong. It's that everybody got a pathway. So you need to change because you can get better at what life has to bring. You might be very well on top of things. Your ship is floating. It's moving. But to say I don't need to change is just... I would speak to our friend that we were talking to earlier. If you got people around you that's like, I'm not going to change, I'm going to be who I am. Those probably not the people that are good foundational friends to build with right now.
Yeah.
You need people that are flexible and headed towards greatness at the same time. They're bouncing around and figuring life out. They got forgiveness in their heart. They have an encouragement ministry. And that's what you need to be. So
whole other episode.
The point, you do need to be in a space where you're grown up. You realize in order to get better, there's change involved. Stop saying your way is the way and you just got to take me the way I am And then out of the other side of your mouth, you say, well, I ain't perfect. If you're not.
Well, on that, it's the fact that because most people who will say, well, that's just who I am and you just have to deal with it, they still want you to change. They want you to change things. Yeah. I don't like when you do this. I don't like how you do this. I don't like I don't like this, that, and the third. Okay.
Okay.
So if you expect one person to do those changes, why can't you do the changes that they bring out about you? Well, that's just who I am. It does not work like that.
It does not.
It does not work like that. You cannot try to hold somebody else accountable and want them to be flexible and want them to be vulnerable and things of that nature when you're going to be rigid as the Statue of Liberty and justify yourself for everything, every action and every word that you say. You can't have both ways. The world doesn't revolve like that. The world does to some aspects, it does revolve like that, but it doesn't function properly in that type of way. Mm-hmm. So if you want a good functioning relationship, whether it be a romantic relationship, a friendship of any level, working relationship between parents and children, family or relatives or however you want to put it, whatever type of relationship you're dealing with, there has to be that transparency that has to be on both sides. Mm-hmm. There has to be that flexibility on both sides. There has to be that vulnerability on both sides. There has to be that honesty on both sides. Yep. And there has to be that respect on both sides. Because when you say, that's just who I am, that says so much about whatever relationship that you're dealing with. Because, again, there's no love, there's no respect, there's no accountability, there's no flexibility, there's no vulnerability, there is no transparency involved in that relationship. It's one-sided, and you believe it's all about you.
And you got enablers. Enablers, a lot of times, that accountability.
Oh, yeah.
So accountability, I caught that word you said. And these enablers, I mean, people been living 40 years and people have been running around here saying, you know what, that's how he is. And it's been like that.
Yeah.
So you haven't had anybody pull your collar and say,
boys will be boys.
There's that.
I'm just a girl.
Right.
Those are the boys will be boys has been around since probably as far back as the 40s. I'm just a girl is a new trend now. It's basically the boys will be boys type thing. I'm just a girl is now the thing that a woman can, they'll, and I'm not just calling out women on this, but a woman posted that she got into, and she's not alone on this, that she got into a car wreck, and it was a very, her car was totaled. And she's filming it, out after, the after effect of it. She's filming it and she's having this little song playing in the background. I'm just a girl. And I'm just like, so you're saying it's okay that you do this just because, well, I'm just a girl. Tee. Boys will be boys, picking up fraud and pulling on girls' ponytails and fighting each other all the time. Well, boys will be boys. Both of them are toxic. That's just who I am. That is just as toxic as boys will be boys and I'm just a girl. We have got to stop the whole, it is what it is. That's another phrase that I hate. It is what it is. All four of them, they all have to go. Because what you're doing is...
Throwing them out?
Huh?
You got to throw them out?
I'm throwing them all out. Them all out. It's garbage day. And the waste management and the yellow and green, they about to come around and they're about to empty out the dumpster. And I want to make sure that I have all four of those phrases out in that dumpster to make sure that they gone. I hate them. I hate them. When I say they give me the ick, bam.
I'm cool with it is what it is if it's used correctly. It is so out of control now.
But that's the thing. It's
like,
out of control.
It is what it is. I'm like, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It gives a sort of...
lack of accountability.
Yeah. It's like, that just happened.
Yeah.
That was spontaneous. No, there's some things that happen to give us this result.
Exactly.
Now you're normalizing. And
pollination coming around, in spring and making your car turn yellow or some Mountain Dew green color or whatever like that. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's fine when it's coming when the phraseology is used for that. Yeah. But for Oh man, got another guy getting arrested for beating somebody up or whatever like that. Huh? That neighborhood, it is what it is.
Yeah.
No. Stop that.
No. Like, you need to say something. If you're in that 6 degrees, you need to make it clear you're in opposition. Mm-hmm. Stay safe, but be overt and say, no, I'm not with that.
Not with it. Well, man, great talking with you, my guy.
We're back.
Yes. We're going to build some consistency on this.
Yeah. Because it is what it is.
You know what? Get out.
It is what
the door is right there.
You know what I'm saying?
The door is
I think the people with the gap in time probably said, it is what it is. But we're going to do better, so y'all won't be able to say that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's that. We're going to take care of that.
Thank you for tapping in to OK, So Hear Me Out. I, again, am your host, Bear. This was Big CO.
Sure.
Please feel free to listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Please like, subscribe, share with all of your friends. Mm-hmm. To all the people out there and to all the other countries across the world, the 35. Thank you for your listenership and your viewership. We definitely greatly appreciate it. Didn't say this earlier, but I'm saying this right now. Vive la France.
Oh,
World Cup, baby.
See.
Also, I got
to
give props to the United States, man. Their first game, they dominated, man. It was a great game. So hopefully they can keep it up. But peace, love, prayers, and as always, make a great day.
Go Knicks.
Go Knicks.